Hello, ladies. This is Stacy with Dominique Uniquely Beautiful, once again with a makeup tutorial for you today. So, if you're interested in this soft, neutral beat with the soft cut crease, then definitely keep watching. See you soon. Okay, ladies, we're starting with a fresh face that's been washed, moisturized, and primed. As you can see, we're going in with the brows first. You want to make really small strokes, not too thick and not too dark. Just follow the natural line of your brow. Of course, if you have thin brows, you can make them a little bit thicker to your liking. Now we're going in with a LA Girl concealer, and we're going to define the brow by highlighting underneath and above the brow. Don't worry, it will look a little crazy, but it'll get better. Just keep watching. Now we'll go over to the other brow. Really make sure that you focus on making sure both of them are even. Try not to go too fast, just take your time and highlight below and above the brow. As you can see, I'm going back in and reinforcing the brows. Sometimes you'll either not make it evenly dark on both brows, or you may have missed a spot. Want to go back in and clean up. Now we're dealing with these unruly brows. Not sure if you have them, but I do. We want to set them in place with a brow gel. If you don't have a brow gel, of course you can always use a clear mascara. Now we're going in with a color corrector, which is also from LA Girl. Of course, for those of you ladies that can relate to me, we're going to cover these raccoon eyes. Now we're going to go in with our transition color. You want to make sure you blend. Take it all the way to the front of the brow just to blend in the rest of that highlight. We just really want the highlight to focus right in the arch of the brow. Once you've done that, you're going to go in with a little bit of a darker color, has a little bit of warmth to it, and just blend that in. Every time you add another color, make sure you blend, ladies. That is the key to a flawless look. So as you can see, I'm blending the two together just to make sure you don't see where one stops and one ends. Now we're going in with our base. So with our base, that's going to help us define our natural crease, our cut crease. So you can do a natural crease, or you can do one that's a little bit higher or a little bit smaller. It's all up to you. I'm going to go about halfway up the lid here and just make like half of a moon shape. If that's a good example, you know what I mean. Now you're going to blend this out with a flat concealer brush. And just take your time once again, ladies. This is the easiest way, I think, for those that are new to doing a cut crease to get it accomplished. Putting down this base is going to give something for the shadow to stick with, or stick to, should I say. Now you see me packing on the eyeshadow. Don't be afraid to buy over-the-counter shadows that you like. If they're inexpensive, the primer is going to help the color pop and give it something to stick to. If you have a pigmented shadow, it's just going to pop just that much more. So as you see, I keep packing on the color to my desired look. And of course, we're going to do what? Yes, we're going to blend. Once I finish packing on the color, I'm going to go in and we're going to blend and soften that line out a little bit. And I choose to use a soft brown color with a pencil brush to go into that crease and just define it a little bit more, but just not too dark. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in with a darker color just in the outer V, just to define that just a little bit more. I tend to like that look a little bit. And of course, we're going to blend. Next, we're going in for the liner, ladies. Of course, who doesn't love a really nice winged liner? For me, I choose to keep it a little bit on the thinner end. Nothing too dramatic because this is definitely a look that I'd want to wear to work. So just going to keep it a little thin. I always start in the middle of the lid and then wing my way out. You can see it a little bit better on this eye, not that the mirror is not covering it as much. Oops, there you go. Small strokes and take your time. I'm going to wing that out a little bit and then bring it back in and fill in any areas that you may have missed. Once you're done with completing the liner, we're going to go in and go ahead and apply some mascara. Of course, anytime that you're putting on eyeshadow and you're packing on a color, you always will have the infamous drop fallout, should I say, I guess, not drop, fallout. So applying your mascara is really going to cover that up. It kind of eliminates some of that fallout. Once you put on your mascara, we're going to prepare for lashes. Go ahead and apply them as close to the lash line as you can. The closer, the more natural that it looks. So just take your time. Make sure to allow your glue to become tacky, so then that way your lashes aren't just moving around when you're trying to place them appropriately. As you can see, I'm kind of pinching them together and getting them closer. It's foundation time. So I've chosen for this look to use the Revlon 24-Hour Foundation, which is definitely my go-to foundation when I'm out of my higher end foundations. I absolutely love this one. It's not too heavy, but it's not too thin either. And it's definitely buildable. So whatever you want to get out of this look with the foundation, you definitely can. If you want a light coverage, just apply light. If you want heavier, you just add a little bit more and you definitely get that full coverage look. Us oily girls definitely will love this one. Now that I've applied the foundation, I'm going in to apply my highlighter. Most of you all know and have seen everyone apply highlighter. Once you've put it in your areas below the eyes, middle of the forehead, Cupid's bow, and the chin, you definitely want to go in and blend, blend, blend. Makeup is all about blending. You don't want to just put it there and let it sit there. You got to blend it out to make sure that it all looks flawless. If you don't have a beauty blender, definitely get one. Now you see me reapplying some concealer underneath the eye. I missed an area that was a little bit thinner in coverage compared to the other side, so I just went back in and add a little bit more and just blend it out. Now once you've gotten closer to completing your blending, of course the next step we're going to have is we're going to go ahead and we're going to set our highlight. Yes, for the contour is coming through, and I haven't even added my powder yet. So we're going to set with the Sasha Cosmetics Buttercup Powder, and we're going to bake. Baking is all a preference, I believe. For me, I do like it. I just don't let it sit a very long time. I find the longer that I let it sit, the more chalky it gets. So I generally just apply it, and once I finish applying it in the areas that I've put the concealer for highlight, I'll let it sit about a couple of minutes. Everyone does it different. There's no right or wrong way. It's just all a personal preference. So now that I've completed applying the highlight powder to set, I'm going to go in and set my foundation in the areas that I did not put the buttercup powder and just define my contour a little bit more. And that also allows me to blend in the edges of my highlight to bring it all together. Now once I've gone around and set my foundation in those areas, I'll kind of use the rest that's left on the brush just to brush off the excess powder from the highlight. And it just brings everything together. We're almost there, ladies. Now to go in with some blush. Yes, that's Makeup Forever eyeshadow, but I'm not one that tends to use things only for what they're purchased for. You can use it for anything. Eyeshadow or blush, use it for what makes it work for you. As you can see, it's starting to warm me up a little bit. I am a blush girl. I took it, don't always do that, but I took it up to my temples just a little bit, but not a lot. Now I'm going to go ahead and just finalize the eyes a little bit and put some powder on the lower lash lid just to complete the look. See how it just gives it more of a smoky look, but it's a daytime smoky, not too bad. If you want to take this out for the night, you can go right back underneath there with a black and even put a little bit of black to smoke out your outer V a little bit more as well. Now we're going in with a gel liner through Maybelline on my waterline. And that's making the eyes pop. I absolutely love this look. Blend that out a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. You can soften up the look some. Now, let's go ahead and put some mascara on those bottom lashes. Of course, freshen up the blush. Don't know what it is with the blush, but it seems to disappear sometimes. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of a highlighter. For my oily girls, I used to hate highlighting because I used to feel that it just made me look extra oily. Come to find out, I just needed to find a better primer. So always make sure you use a really good primer that will control the oil. And definitely, we want to set all of this in. Don't worry, ladies, I'll leave a list of all the products that I've used in the comment box. Now it's time for the lips. We're going to go ahead and line our lips. That's going to not only help with definition, but depending on the size of your lips, if you want to make them look a little bit fuller, you can do that also. I decided to keep the lips a little bit neutral. It's a nice reddish brown, and I feel polishes off this look really nicely. Almost wear this with a little bit of anything. It's a really neutral look. This girl loves a matte lip. Yes, and it's coming together. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hope you all enjoyed. Of course, got to add a little bit more glow to it. Check me out. Yes. Thanks for your time, ladies. Hope you enjoyed.